Hello Falcons, how you doing? Today's health lesson is going to be on train safety, more specifically train tracks safety. As you can see here, I have a quote that is very important, and it says, "Tracks are for trains, not for kids." That's real important. I have look, listen, live. Those are the 3 L's that we have. Look, listen, and live. What that means is, look stands for when you're coming up into some tracks, train tracks, whether you're walking or on in a car or on a bike, you need to look for flashing lights and look both ways, just like you would if you're crossing a street. Trains can come from both directions, believe it or not just one direction, okay? And listen. Listen means listen for horns and sirens, okay? Always want to look and listen for that. Now, you don't want to be having earphones on or having the car stereo on very, very loud, because then you're not going to be able to listen or hear those horns and sirens, okay? Now, here are some things here that I just went over right now. Never ride bikes with earphones, again, because you'll never be able to hear those sirens and be warned, horns, if a train is coming, okay? Never try to ride your bike on the tracks, over a bridge, or through a tunnel. When you're riding your bike, you're not supposed to ride on top of the tracks, okay? Don't try to ride. If you come up to a train tracks and there's a long bridge, and instead of you having to go all the way around, you want to cross that bridge with train tracks, you don't ever want to do that. Because when you do that, and just because you think there's no trains coming, you may be halfway across that bridge, and all of a sudden you hear the horns or a siren. Now you got to turn around and hurry back the way you came from. And those trains, they come at pretty fast speeds, and you're not going to be able to outrun or outride that train. Same way for tunnels. Don't ever go through a tunnel walking or on a bike either, because there's only enough room in that tunnel for the train. You can't move to the side and let the train go by. It's not going to work. Okay, so very important. Don't ever try to ride your bikes on top of the tracks or through a tunnel or on over a bridge. Never throw anything at a moving train. Okay, and that is because if you think it would be fun to try to throw a rock at a train that's going by, not only can you hurt the conductor, but if the train is coming very fast and the rock hits that train, it's going to shoot back that object, whatever you threw at it, right back at you at a very high speed, and it could hurt you, okay, or someone else. So never do that. Never throw anything at trains as they're going by. Never put anything on the tracks either. If you think, sometimes you think maybe putting a rock or a nail or a can or a coin on top of a track just to see what would happen if a train comes through. The train is not going to squash it. What's going to happen is the train's wheels are going to go over it and then boom, shoot it out like a bullet right back at wherever it came from. Okay, and it could hurt you, it could hurt someone that's down the train tracks or in a neighborhood. Okay, so you don't ever want to put anything on top of tracks. That's not a very good idea. Also, trains don't have steering wheels like cars do. If you're in a car and something goes out in front of you or something's on the road, you can steer a car around that. Okay? Well, trains don't have steering wheels. They go one way and that's it. Okay? So if they see something on top of the tracks, they can't just go around it. Okay? They can't do that. And what's difficult about that is that It takes a train a long time to put the brakes on and stop. If you look over here, we have some train track safety facts, okay? And here's the one I was talking about. If a train sees something on the train tracks, it's going to take 3 whole football fields for it to stop. Think of a football field. That's a long ways. Okay, not just one, but 3 of them back to back to back. That's how long it's going to take for that train to stop. It can't swerve around, and whatever's on top of those tracks, you know, it can't get out of the way or stop in time. Okay. Also, things are that are put on the tracks can shoot out at you like a bullet. I covered this over here. Okay, very, very, very careful. Okay, a lot of people don't know that trains think that they'll squash those things, but it won't squash it. Okay, if your car gets stuck on the tracks, get out quick at a 45-degree angle towards the train. If the train is coming this way, okay, and the tracks are here, your car stops on top of the tracks, get out at a 45 going this way, because whatever the train hits is going to push it all that way, the glass, the steel going that way. So in order for you to be safe, you want to run away from that impact, okay? And did you know that if you get caught playing on train tracks or in box cars or just in a train area, crossing area, you can be arrested for trespassing. It is illegal to be anywhere near the train tracks or where trains are. So, what I want you to do for homework is to watch the video Sly Fox and Birdie, and after watching it, see if you can come up with 3 of the things that we just covered here in this health lesson on train track safety. Okay? Have a good one. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Falcons, be sure to submit your lesson through Seesaw.